Daniel, how do you feel about Assassin's Creed?
I played one and two. I've barely played some Odyssey.
Okay.
I enjoyed two a lot,
Okay,
and I enjoyed one a lot.
I didn't get into the series until Odyssey. I
Oh,
played,
okay. So
yeah,
you're it was
I'm a late bloomer, and
mm,
no, actually, yeah. So I played a little bit of Black Flag on PS4 when the PS4 came out. It was one of the first games I played.
mm,
Didn't really get too into it, but that wasn't more the game's fault. It was I was in school and I was just like focused more in school, so gaming wasn't a priority at the time.
mm,
Unfortunately, I would play some games every now and then. I say unfortunately, but I was bettering myself, going to school and stuff. But
yeah.
yeah, so Assassin's Creed definitely was a blind spot for me.
Mm,
I tried to. Uh, it wasn't really my cup of tea. Oh no, I tried one. I'm sorry, I tried one and wasn't my cup of tea. It just felt very like stiff, which I guess makes sense because I tried it after the fact. So I didn't try it
mm-hmm.
like when it came out, then and there.
Yeah.
But then I played Odyssey and just became obsessed with it. I put 70 plus hours into it, and even after I beat it, I was still just I just felt in love with the game, the mechanics, and
Yeah.
I understand that it's completely different, different DNA than what the game used to be to like what it's become
Mm-hmm.
now. But that's just my experience with it. But yeah, sometime last month, Ubisoft CEO confirmed that multiple Assassin's Creed remakes are on the way. Uh, yeah, and he was quoted. Uh, there are worlds in some of our older Assassin's Creed games that are extremely rich, and yeah, so looks like we're going to be seeing a bit more of the classics. Is there any in particular you'd like to be remade?
I'm guessing they might start with one, if I had to guess, because that's the oldest game, and I guess they could flesh
It would
out
make sense.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the one
I
that
mean, it'd be.
mm,
I mean, just to kind of I think if it was remade, it'd be dope because I know in one and two, once you're stuck on the animus and you're gonna go back and then to your memory, there was a load time where you're just you're just in like a cloudy room and you're just kind of running around before the level loads. And if they got rid of that part, I think it'd be a much enjoyable game.
yeah, I mean it's a French name. I'm gonna butcher it, but I think it's Guillemot.
Philippe?
No,
Oh, Timo.
Guillemot.
That's the Frenchest
Um,
name I know. Sorry.
I don't even think that was French. I think that was racist, but we'll skip by that.
He was an actual character in Looney Tunes. Look it up. Oh my god.
Anyway, Guillemot, fuck, yeah, Guillemot said, firstly, players can be excited about some remakes, which will allow us to revisit some of the games we've created in the past and modernize them. There are worlds in some of our older Assassin's Creed games that are extremely rich. So goes back to what you were saying, and yeah, it makes sense. I One of the first games that they are going to be remaking though is Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. Or
Mm,
I'm not sure if that's been confirmed or if that's been heavily rumored. I don't think it's been confirmed actually. I think that's one of the top contenders to it being remade because I think that was the best of both worlds in the Assassin's Creed that like it is today versus what it was before. So I think that's
yeah.
like the bridge because that's when it started to become what it is now.
Yeah.
Like with the RPG elements and stuff like that. And I remember from what I played, that's what I really liked about it too. And obviously the world is pretty cool. Just pirates and going like those ship battles and stuff like that. Again, it's not that I didn't like the game; it's just life gets in the way. Um, so the fact that it's coming back, I think that's pretty exciting.
It's funny you say that because I two is kind of where I stopped, and it was no fault of the game itself. Well, it's somewhat the game, and I'll explain. It's kind of like I mentioned earlier the loading screen.
Okay.
For some reason, the level wouldn't load on two, and I couldn't go further than where I was. So it's just kind of like, and that's when I fell off the franchise, and I picked up Odyssey a little bit here and there,
Okay.
but it was kind of like not Ubisoft's fault, but somewhat for making a weird bug in
Yeah,
the
they
game
they
where I couldn't proceed with two.
they
I'm
released
not
a
sure if
broken
anybody else had
game.
that problem, but yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I just remember like I was just running around forever, and I'm just like, it's been 10 minutes already. This
Oh
level's not
wow.
low.
Okay. Did
Yeah, so it's
you
just
you tried multiple times, I imagine, or was it just that one time and you're like, all right, done?
well, weirdly, oddly enough, I just after that, yeah, I was just like, I'm done because I was like, I think I was fatigued at that point, and I'm just like, you
Mm.
know what, I
So
might
that was just the
stop
straw
for
that broke the
today.
camel's back.
Yeah, and afterwards, I never touched it again.
Okay,
And no, and then I forgot what other game I saw, but I just started playing the other game.
for sure.
And this is the pain of having a digital archive. It's just kind of like you're so if it doesn't grab your attention, I'm like, okay, I have this other game
Yeah.
in my system that I can play immediately. So I think if it was an actual disc, then I think I would have gave it a second try. But we live in a digital age. If you don't catch my attention in 10 seconds,
So
it's
for
okay.
this one, you're talking about Assassin's Creed 2 that this happened
Two,
to,
yeah,
and yet
two.
you had it
hmm
digital.
Yeah, I think it was on PS3. I had it digitally on PS3.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, they
hmm
did have digital games back then.
Yeah, I think it was like the first time. I think it might have been something happened with it. I honestly don't know,
Gotcha.
but I know that it wouldn't load for the life of this game,
Yeah, it probably just
which
crashed
I
on
didn't know.
you, and then you're just like, all right, done.
Yeah, and that's why I mentioned the loading screen. They can get rid of that and get me to my level quicker. It's just kind of like, okay,
Oh,
I can give this another shot. I can
for sure.
finish out too.
With the way games are now, they for sure like that should not be an issue. Like loading screens
Yeah, yeah,
are hardly an issue nowadays, unless you're
yeah, yeah,
playing
yeah, yeah. Mhm,
multiplayer online multiplayer games. In which case, like
mhm.
it's understandable why there would be a loading screen because it's taking you to like the server and stuff like that. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, when it comes to like single player story games, I mean, look at Spider Man. It's like they just um, it just Spider-Man 2 in particular, it just popped in and out. And I guess Spider-Man 1 for PS5, it just like
Mhm.
instantly it's like holy crap, man. Um, before like you're like all right, cool. Take the train to a certain location. It's like 5-10 seconds, not even that much, but like you're like all
Mhm.
right, it's time to like grab my phone and second screen it while I wait. But like yeah,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
with
yeah.
games nowadays, it's like it won't let you do that, which is
Yeah. So,
exciting. That that's one of the exciting things about like all remakes, especially like the older games in particular, where it's like all right, they're
mhm.
getting rid of like all these like times, all these like load times and stuff like that. That's just like
Yeah,
mm,
because it ruins the pacing of everything too. Because
mm,
you're just like on this high, and then just after you did your assassin or you finished out your mission, that yet there's a cut screen where you come back to the modern time and then go back and then just kind of like have a slow loading time pace, which kind of kills the mood a little bit. It's just
mm.
yeah, it's like I said, I'm surprised they're starting at four. You said
Allegedly that's just one of the
yeah,
I guess top picks or like one of the main
yeah, yeah.
contenders.
Because if I had my guess, I would have thought they would have started at one, just
It
so
would make
maybe they can
sense.
grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's the direction, like I said, it does have that. Like it does have new elements to the games nowadays. But like if they kind of like with all the remakes, they kind of add the modern to
Hmm.
new. Like Final Fantasy VII, it's not turn based anymore. It's pretty much action RPG. So if
Yeah.
they did something like that where they kind of completely revamped it, it'd be a fun. I'd definitely give it a try.
For sure. Yeah, but let me ask you this: do you think that they should keep focusing on like Assassin's Creed, or do you think they should just like try something new? You know, given like where we're at now, we're at a point where we have a new Assassin's Creed game like every year or every other year and stuff, and
Yeah.
so we just had a new Assassin's Creed release, and then oh yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows, I think it is.
Oh, Shadows. Okay.
Yeah. So we have that one coming out. I think later this year, if not next year. Um, so do you think we should like they should be focusing on more Assassin's Creed game when the market is already full of them versus like, all right, maybe try injecting some new blood. Like clearly these studios have the talent for it, like because these are top tier games. But like, hey, how about like give us something new?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you are correct in saying like remakes are all the rage nowadays. There's a remake for everything now. Silent Hill remake, Metal Gear remake. So just like I think Last of Us undergone went 17 remakes. I think they're on their 18th one right now, but
Yeah,
it's but I mean yeah, it's kind of the like the sign of the times right now. Like that's what's hot, and companies are gonna chase after what's hot.
mm-hmm.
So it's just I do want to kind of inject new. I would like them to try to build another
Give
franchise,
us a new
just because.
franchise.
Yeah, yeah, just give us another franchise because, like you said, they've shown that they have the talent for developing good games. So why not just make another game that that we can get into, another franchise that we can get into, and also with Assassin's Creed, how much more countries and history can you take from? I mean, it's starting to hit its limit. It's gonna hit its limit at some point,
Yeah, at some point. I don't think we're there yet, but definitely at some
Yeah,
point. Unless we start like retracing some lands that we've been to previously, which I wouldn't hold it
yeah.
past them.
Hmm.
But yeah,